Hi, my name is Ethan McCune. This is my JCPS backpack, and this is my picture from junior year. A little bit about me. I'm 17 years old. I like to play basketball. My favorite subject in school is English and history. Uh, History interests me the most over anything else in school because I get to learn how the world became what it is today, and how to, and I'm able to do the things I can do today, such as this backpack. After I graduate, I plan on getting into the construction work field and start building my career. I plan on attending welding classes as well as community college to gain knowledge in other areas. I plan on starting to build my own house with my girlfriend and build the perfect environment for me and my future family. Prepared a resilient learner. This year has been rough for me as a student. I am a very hands-on and visual learner. I was struggling with a lot of few with I was struggling a lot with a few of my classes because the online examples and explanations were not enough for me to understand everything the way I needed to as a student. My grades did start to fall. I took a Saturday class for history to help me actually grasp information. There was a teacher there the whole time to explain anything if needed. This link is to the work I did that day. I did a lot of explaining and I tried to be very detailed since I was able to better understand overall. This link just shows my growth in my work and shows how I'm a prepared and resilient learner. So we basically went over the timeline of the progressive era and imperialism. Uh, it had to do with the Spanish American War, the Boxer Rebellion in China, um, Teddy Roosevelt when he was elected president, um, and the Pure Food and Drug Act was passed, and a whole bunch of more information. Uh, this slide's globally and culturally competent. My bad. This assignment I have attached below is my reflection on the protests we have had this year. I explained how it felt and it affected me. I explained how I felt it affected me and how I felt it affected everyone else around me. I also spoke on things we need to work on in our world. This assignment is just one example of me gathering and understanding what is going on around me today. So on this assignment, um, we did it in history class, and it was about Breonna Taylor. Um, and one of the questions was, why do people protest? And I said, to have equal rights or some other matter like along that. Another one asked if I've ever been involved in a protest, and if so, what it was for and what did I do. And I've never been a part of a protest, so yeah. That's it for that one. This slide's for emerging innovator. In this link I provided, it was for my auto class. In auto class, we are always learning something new, and we always get asked questions at the end of each class to make sure we understand everything we went over. In this assignment, I had to learn many steps and important things about applying pinstripes and decals. There were many things that needed to be done a specific way in order for things to turn out correctly. So some of the questions on this piece of work was, why is it important to wash and use wax and grease remover before applying a pinstripe? And I said, because it will get all the excess dirt off that you couldn't get off when you washed it before. Because when you're working on cars, you can use water to clean them before you work on them and like paint them, but it don't really clean them that good. Like there'll still be a little bit of dust and stuff. But in our body shop at Southern, we have this stuff called wax and grease remover that we usually spray on stuff before we prep it, paint it, just that type of stuff. Another question was, what is the best temperatures for applying pinstripes? And it's 50 through 90 degrees. Before you want to wrap the graphics or put like any pinstripes or anything on, you have to clean it, because if not, then well, you'll still be able to put like the pinstripes and stuff on and the graphics, but they'll probably come off sooner and they just won't look as good, or they just won't stick. In this slide, it's about effective communicator. In this link, I was putting across my point on how I felt about a video we had watched in my English class. I had to explain what went through my mind and how I could relate. I used examples from my life to show how I could relate and how I understand the video more, with being able to have someone, with me being able to have someone relate to this video. So, the video was about this kid who had, I forgot what kind of, it's not really, I guess you could call it a disease, but it's really not. I think he had cerebral palsy, or it was something like that. That's what my brother had. And he had to go get, not my brother, but the person in the video had to go get surgery, and his mom was saying that she wishes she would just die, because it's a lot to put up with and it's hard to handle, you know. But she didn't know that her son could hear, because he couldn't talk or nothing, and she ended up finding out that he heard, and it really hurt her. But I basically just got chills from watching the video, because that's crazy. Like, I know it's hard to put up with like someone going through something like that, but like, you shouldn't say nothing like that, you know, like, but that's how I feel. Other people have their opinions, but that's my opinion. And this slide is about productive collaborator. In this link I provided for productive communicator was for my history class. This was also another example of when I was struggling with work in my classes online. The Saturday class that I had to do work was with a small group of other kids in my class. We were able to help each other better understand the assignment and work together to bring up our grades all over and show our teacher we were able to do the work, and we were able to do the work when we have the support. So the assignment is called visual literacy, and basically there's just a whole bunch of pictures throughout the whole assignment, and they like this one, it's asking, what do the headlines intend for the reader to feel? And the headline is, destruction of the warship Maine was the work of an enemy. And I said sad and mad. Here's another one. But basically, they're just all asking, like, what do the pictures mean and stuff like that. So, in conclusion, to say at the very end of all of this, I do believe that I am ready for the next steps in life. The next steps in my life after high school. All of the things listed today is what made me grow into the person I am today, and increase my knowledge for me to be ready for my near future career. Thank you.